is remarkable being in Houston, and I didn't come here for the transplant games, but I met a transplant. I think he's 21 years old, and he got a new heart at 11 days as a baby. And about the state of transplants and what people can do that hear this, that can help people with in similar situations.
Well, not everybody can be an organ donor. You have to die a certain way. You have to be brain dead. That means 70% of the people who die today will never be an organ donor. So we have a small pool to work from. A lot of the people don't know about being an organ donor because they're afraid that they're going to be wheeled over into a corner and wait to die before they harvest the organs, which is not true. You have to be brain dead and certified by 2 different doctors before your family's ever approached about organ and tissue donation.
Now, which state is the most active in, as far as registering to be organ donors?
Well, the state of Georgia is running about 50% on the organ donor registry. I understand the state of Texas is around 15%. So we need to educate the people of Texas about organ and tissue donation. We want everyone to be a donor, but I don't want you to be a donor today.
Now, Joe, this is a golf and travel diary. Are you a golfer at all?
No, I never wanted to play around. I would rather...
You're funny. Were you funny before with your old heart?
Well,
or is this a new heart thing?
It's a gift of life, and you got to live it every day.
Yes.
But seriously, organ and tissue donation is not for everyone. If you want to be an organ donor, we want you to be one. But if you don't want to be an organ donor, you've got to tell your family your desires, because after you're gone, if you haven't told them, it's their decision and what they want. And if you really wanted to give someone your heart, you might not be able to.
So you urge them to make that decision today?
Make that decision today because they will be fulfilling your wishes. Brian wanted to be an organ donor. He had a donor card in his wallet. He had donor on his driver's license. It took the extra step by his foster mom to push to get that organ donor situation resolved.
And again, he had made that decision. He was 19 or 21?
He was 19 years old.
19 years old. How can people do that? Is this something you can go on the internet and do right this minute?
You can do it on the internet. You can do it through the organ and tissue donation OPO of the state that you're in, or maybe your driver's license bureau will put it on your driver's license. If they will in my state.
Now, did you watch any of the men's U.S. Open at Pinehurst this year?
I was too busy to watch TV. I'm always out doing something with other people about organ and tissue donation.
Well, you know, we get inspired by Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson and all the great golfers, but we also have a professional golfer, Eric Compton, that's had 2 heart transplants, and he nearly won the U.S. Open at Pinehurst this year. Are you aware of Eric?
Oh yes, I followed that part of it. I didn't get to see it on TV, but I know about Eric, and I know the good work he does.
Well, Joe, my older brother gave me Ben Hogan's book when I was a young boy, and inscribed that golf is a lot like life. The more you learn and understand about it, the easier it is to meet its challenge. And just meeting you today has been such an inspiration to me, and I guess I'd just like to close again thanking you for being on Andy's Golf and Travel Diary. But when you see Brian's family today, what will you say to them?
Well, if Brian's family could be here today, I would hug their neck and say thank you again for the gift of life. Brian's family will not be here today, but they did send a square to go on the quilt. And I'll have the honor of presenting the square as well as the write-up that they sent along with it to honor Brian in his life and his gift of love.
Well, Joe, you've been a true inspiration to me. These transplant games here in Houston, boy, it just puts life in perspective. So please get that owner-donor card filled out, get it on your license, and help people like Joe, because he brings great joy and is really out there celebrating life. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.